Price of hugs set to soar? That doesn't make any sense. Hugs are free, dummy. They don't cost money. Imminent increase attributed to raw material shortage. The Black Sheep Company's sudden strike action affects the supply of sheep's wool in Equestria? That doesn't make any sense either. I got all the raw materials to build a super quality happy hug right here. 2 comfy cuddly legs, 1 fuzzily nuzzly muzzle, and a super soft snuggly tummy. And I can't see any of them just running out. Thanks, Tummy. I love you too. And you're right. I still got all my ingredients left over. I can whip up as many hugs as I want. Well, no pony's coming to demand payment. That must mean that whatever hug payment program the paper was predicting is still in pre-production and not yet presently prescribed. But it will be! It's a daily newspaper, so if the newspaper is reporting today, that must mean that whatever new paper hug policy it pretended must pioneer tomorrow. There's only one thing for it. I have to find all of my friends today and give them one more final free hug before midnight.
Honey? She does know she's supposed to be working today, right?
Oh dear. Well, more for everyone, I guess. Oh, good morning, Pinkie. I'm afraid you startled me a little. I didn't think any pony would be around this early. Fluttershy, there's no time to explain. We only have until midnight before hugs start costing bits, so I have to track down all my friends to give them one last free hug before that happens. What do you know? There was time to explain. So, you're going to... Fluttershy, I am going to hug you now. Oh, okay then. Yay! I'm so happy we're friends. I'm so lucky to have you. That was wonderful. I know, right? How could any pony want to charge another pony for that? You mentioned that before. I'm not sure I really understood what you meant by a free hug before midnight. That is what you said, isn't it? Because after midnight, hugs are going to start costing a lot more money. There's some kind of raw material shortage, so the cost of making them is going to shoot up. From nothing to something. I've got to get all my best hugs in with my best friends before the deadline. There's no time to lose. Should I come too? Sure thing. Come on, Fluttershy. It's already mid-morning, and I've still got a lot of friends to hug.
Howdy, Pinkie. Fluttershy, what brings you two around today?
Applejack, we are going to have hugs now.
Sure thing, Sugar Cube.
I'm so happy we're friends.
I'll always be here for you. So, what's this all about? I doubt y'all headed all the way out here just for that.
Actually, Applejack, yes I did. Because we are friends. And it is important that I show all of my friends just how much I love them with a free hug, because after midnight tonight, hugs are gonna start costing money, and it sounds like they might end up being really expensive.
Whoa, hold on a second there, Pinkie. What the hell are y'all talking about?
Does no pony read the papers?
What? So, the papers said that hugs are gonna start costing money. Pinkie, that's just ridiculous.
It's in the paper! And they're not just gonna start costing money, the costs are gonna soar, Applejack! That means they're gonna go really high!
Yeah, I know what soar means, Pinkie. Why don't we say for a second that you're right, and hugs costing money are gonna be a thing? Well, why are you worried? You got more hugs to give than most any pony I know.
Because if they're too expensive, I won't be able to afford to give them. What if giving hugs becomes a once-an-hour thing? Or a once-a-day thing? Or a once-a-week thing? What if I have to choose who gets a hug and who doesn't? Because I don't have enough bits? Ah! It's too much!
No, Pinkie, you're looking at this the wrong way. The point is, you got a lot of hugs to give. Lots of ponies want hugs, so you ain't gonna have to worry about running out of bits. You're gonna have to worry about where to put them all.
No, Applejack!
No?
No, that isn't what hugs are. That's not what they're for.
But that's how trade works. You'll be giving out hugs and receiving bits in exchange.
No! Applejack, what if it all went wrong?
Wrong?
Here, on your farm. What if one year the apple trees got all blighted? Your trees all die and you're broke. You're desperate. You're crying yourself to sleep every night in a freezing cold bed hoping things will turn around, but it's not happening. You're not sure how to go on. You're not sure if you can. What happens then?
Pinkie,
I'll tell you what happens then. You get a hug. You don't want a hug right now, Applejack. You need one. You need a warm, happy cuddle from a best friend right by your side to cheer you up and help you get back under the saddle. But, you don't have any bits to spare. You can't afford one. The only way this can possibly work is if the pony who gives the hug is the one paying for it. And most often, that pony is me.
And just who are you paying, Pinkie? I mean, I sure wouldn't want you to think you had to pay me for the privilege of hugging me. So where are those bits going?
Well, the paper didn't say, but the paper did say it's going to happen. So if I don't want the bits, and you don't want the bits, some pony else must be collecting them. But how know about every hug? How would they record what each pony owed? Oh no! There's going to be a form, isn't there? A super boring, super long form you have to fill in for every hug you want to give! But who could be so meticulous and so methodical as to require a form for every hug? And who has the connections to make such a thing happen? Well, I think we have an idea of who's behind this now. Come on, Applejack and Fluttershy. We're gonna have to take this right to the top.
I'll always be here for you.
I'm so lucky to have you. Ah! And who pays for that one? Rainbow Dash! Rainbow Dash, we need to hug. Right now!
Pass.
But it'll just take a second.
Maybe later.
But there might not be time later.
Pinkie, remember when you told me to warn you when you were acting all loop-de-doo?
No?
Maybe that was a dream. Anyway, you're doing it right now. Come back later when you've burned off whatever sugar rush you got going on. In the meantime, it's nap time.
Rainbow Dash, I think you should... Oh. Never mind! We'll come back for her later! Right now, we need those answers! Admit it, Twilight! This was your idea! Why would you do this? Why?
Pinkie, get off me.
No, Twilight. I'm gonna hug you for as long as it takes until you understand how amazing hugs are and you stop your crazy anti-hug scheme.
Could some pony please tell me what's going on?
Well, we're just about figuring that out ourselves.
Pinkie Pie said she read an article in the paper about how hugs are going to start costing money. And now she's worried about it. Exactly! And who's the one pony in Ponyville who would try to introduce town-wide hug-based legislation? Twilight Sparkle! She's tired of ponies giving each other completely unregulated hugs, day in, day out. And now she wants to change everything by getting ponies to fill out really long and boring forms for every hug they want to give. And then make them pay bits for giving them. It won't work, Twilight. Hugs can't be stopped with red tape. All it will do is force free-thinking, hug-loving ponies underground, closeting themselves in shady corners, giving each other illicit nuzzles far from the prying eyes of authority, bravely risking criminalization until the inevitable uprising liberates them. The right to bear hugs shall not be infringed. Viva la revolution!
Pinkie!
I think you're gonna have to put her down, Pinkie. She's turning purple. You know what I mean.
Oops. Sorry.
That's okay, Pinkie. But I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never asked for anything like that. And I never would. Why would I?
So it wasn't you? Huh. That must mean there's another pony in power purporting to peddle this pernicious plan.
Or this is all just a big misunderstanding. Pinkie, which paper was this exactly?
The Ponyville Chronicle. Today's edition. Of course! The Ponyville Chronicle is owned by the Canterlot Chronicle. This news must have broken at Canterlot, and it means the ponies responsible are Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. I have to stop them. I must Equestria and give them both non-stop hugs until they see the error of their ways and recant this wrong.
Pinkie, look. I can guarantee you that the princesses haven't come up with any kind of scheme to tax ponies for the hugs they give. But rather than have you go all the way to Canterlot to find that out, how about I get you confirmation in writing right now? Would that make you feel better? Okay, Spike, take a note.
Already done.
Huh? What? How did you know when I wanted to write?
Seriously? You've been at this for how long?
And while we're waiting, I can give you your real hug, Twilight.
Pinkie, no!
I'm so happy we're friends.
I wouldn't be me without you.
That'll be 5 bits, please.
Spike, that's not funny. This is really important to Pinkie. Isn't it?
Okay. But I really don't get it. You're saying you have to pay bits for every hug you give, right? But surely if you're giving a hug to some pony, aren't you always getting one at the same time? Shouldn't it all just, I don't know, balance out?
Or cost double? It can't be. Hug! Now!
I wouldn't be me without you.
I'll always be here for you.
I'm so lucky to have you. It's just as I feared!
What is?
Look, Spike! How many hugs do you see?
1? It's a group hug.
Yes and no. Don't you see? Twilight is hugging Fluttershy. Fluttershy is hugging Applejack. Applejack is hugging Twilight. But Applejack's also hugging Fluttershy. Fluttershy's hugging Twilight, and Twilight is hugging Applejack. That's 6 hugs. What if all of us wanted a group hug? That's going to be like 30 hugs. If we count you, that's 42 hugs. We're never gonna be able to afford an all of us together hug again. I'm so happy we're friends.
Pinkie, maybe we should just calm down and...
That just makes it more important than ever that I find the rest of my friends and make sure they get a last free hug before the day is out.
My dearest Twilight, we are somewhat concerned by your proposal. If Ponyville is suffering some economic hardship, rest assured we can think of many ways to improve the financial health of the town without resorting to draconian measures. If you are worried or need help, then you know that we are always here for you, but we hope you will reconsider this course of action. With love, always, Princesses Celestia and Luna.
What? They think it was my idea? Spike, what exactly did you write?
Nothing that would have given them that impression. They're clearly as confused as we are. Hey, what are draconian measures anyway? Is it something to do with dragons?
I'll demonstrate what draconian measures are on you unless you help me fix this. Take another letter, fast!
Rainbow Dash! Hey, Rainbow Dash!
Come in! Welcome to Carousel Boutique, where every outfit is chic, unique, and... Oh, Pinkie Pie, how are you, darling? It's so wonderful to see you. Anything I can help you with? A new gown, perhaps?
Close. I've come for hugs.
Oh, well now that I can most certainly assist with.
I'm so happy we're friends.
I wouldn't trade you for the world. So, what's all this in aid of, dear?
Just making sure all my friends get a final free hug before the prices soar tomorrow.
Hmm? Oh, that headline in the paper, you mean?
You read it?
Yes, though I do confess it didn't make much sense to me. I'd taken it for some sort of error.
So, you're not worried about it?
Well, if the paper is to be believed, we'll adapt. I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad once every pony got used to it. And perhaps even a few bits spent in service of a luxurious hug like that one might make them all the more special.
Hugs aren't luxuries, Rarity. They're for every pony. They're basics, like food, or water, or air. If they're priced like luxury items, they'll be so expensive that only really rich ponies will be able to afford to give hugs at all. What if I can't afford to give them? What if I have to choose who to give hugs to because I can't afford to hug all my friends? What if some get left out? Why did this have to happen?
Think of it this way, darling. It's in every pony's interest to continue to give hugs. The more hugs given by you and other ponies who can afford them, the less expensive they'll be.
But more hugs equals cheap hugs? But how?
Supply and demand, darling. Why, it's the basis for determining the value of any commodity. Take my business as an example. I produce only the finest dresses and gowns, individually sewing them all. Each and every one of them is a one-of-a-kind work of art that, of course, any pony would love to have. Low supply, high demand equals premium prices. In its simplest form, the rule goes that the greater the supply of something and the lower the demand for it, the less expensive it must be. And so it seems to me that the same must hold true for hugs. For as long as supply remains high and demand remains low, then hug giving will be affordable by even those on the tightest of budgets. Pinkie dear, did that all make sense?
Before midnight?
Come again?
All of Ponyville?
Wait, what?
Rarity! You're a genius! I know what I have to do! If I can make a hug for every pony in Ponyville before midnight, then suddenly... demand for hugs will be super low, supply will be super high, and hugs will be super cheap! Gotta go!
Oh dear.
Hiya, Carrot Top! You look great! Can I hug you? I'm so happy we're friends. That was great! Gotta go! Hi, Lyra. Lovely day, right? Can I hug you? I'm so happy we're friends. Fantastic! Thanks a lot! Hey, Bon Bon, why so frowny? Well, I'll turn that frown upside down. I'm so happy we're friends. That's all Pony's taken care of. Except one. Rainbow Dash?
Yeah, Pinkie?
I'd like to hug you, please.
This again? Pinkie, I told you, I'm good, all right? Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I know I can nap with the best of them, but it's dark. How long was I out?
It's not long till midnight.
Now that's gotta be some kind of record.
I'm sorry you didn't get your hug, Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, no sweat, Pinkie.
I promise that I'll start saving so you can have one soon.
Pinkie, there you are. We missed you at Rarity's. We've been trying to get a hold of you all afternoon, but you just wouldn't keep still.
Are you all right, Pinkie?
You do look somewhat down, darling. Whatever is the matter?
Rainbow Dash doesn't want her hug.
She don't.
Well, we'll just see about that. Fluttershy, be a dear, would you, and pull that cloud down for us, I can hear you, you know.
Oh, well, I think she might fly away if we tried that. And, I think she can hear us.
Yes, good point. Twilight, could you use some magic, perhaps?
I got her.
All right, fine. Sheesh. Come on, then. Let's get this over with.
Yay!
So, we're done now?
Wait, what? That wasn't right. That wasn't a real hug.
What are you talking about? You put your hooves around me, and I didn't buck you into next week. That's exactly a hug.
No, it isn't. It didn't tell you how I feel.
I'm pretty sure I've figured it out.
That's not the point. And you didn't tell me how you felt either.
Could some pony please explain what's going on right now?
Listen carefully, because I'm only gonna say this one more time. The newspaper told me that after midnight, giving hugs is gonna cost money because there's a raw material shortage, which means that hugs are gonna be regulated with boring forms and they're gonna get really expensive really quickly. And I've been doing my best to whip up hugs for every pony in town today to keep them cheap enough for every pony to give once the price hike comes in. And that includes giving all my best friends the best hug I can in case I can't afford them after tomorrow. And you're one of my best ever friends, so I need to give you a real hug.
Raw material shortage? Pinkie, that's ridiculous. Are you even listening to yourself? Hugs aren't something you can run out of. In fact, it sounds like the only ingredient you've run out of is ponies who want a hug.
So, there is a raw material shortage?
Well, kinda.
And I'm the one who caused it. No! 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 Stay away! I still want hugs! I might be the only pony left who does! That means I have to not give hugs so that I always want them, so that there's enough raw materials to... It's too confusing!
Pinkie? Pinkie, we came to talk to you. We all talked, and we think we finally figured out why you're so upset. Applejack?
I reckon it hit home what you said to me earlier, Pinkie Pie. That there's times in ponies' lives when they're feeling pretty rotten. And in those moments, when it gets real dark and lonely, I reckon the right hug at the right time from the right pony might just be the most valuable thing in the whole world. I'll always be here for you.
Wait! Applejack, stop! It's gonna cost...
But the moment an actual value gets put on that hug, you end up taking that specialness away. A hug goes from being a freely given, heartfelt expression of love to just another transaction in the minds of all involved. Something that was once truly priceless becomes worthless. I wouldn't trade you for the world.
Rarity! Not you too!
Making your friends happy is something that bits just can't buy. And how awful it must have been when you thought that suddenly that was something that only bits could buy. A hug wouldn't be an expression of how much you cared about us anymore, just an expression of how much you could afford. I wouldn't be me without you.
No! Get away! So you spent all day trying to literally make hugs worth less. Spending all day with this idea in your head, all you could think about was how many bits it might cost you just to do what you've always done. Be there for your friends. I'm so lucky to have you.
But you mean just as much to us as we do to you, Pinkie. We all finally saw just how upset you were. And what do you do for a best friend who's sad, full of worry, and wondering why the world's turned mean and nasty? Well, they need hugs. I've got your back, no matter what.
I'm just so happy we're friends.
We know, Sugar Cube.
You've been telling us all day.
I'm so happy we're friends.
I've got your back, no matter what.
Okay, now that was a 6-pony group hug, which is bound to attract a premium. But if we all agree to spread the cost between us, we should be okay when it comes to...
Pinkie! It's not happening! Didn't we make that clear?
No?
Yeah, maybe we should have led with that.
Pinkie, I don't know what was wrong with that headline you read, but with the assurance of Princesses Celestia and Luna, I can absolutely guarantee that you will never have to pay out bits to either give or receive any hug ever.
Or...
Or fill out a form.
Yay!
Come on, Pinkie. It is pretty ridiculous. You already drove yourself round the bend trying to figure out how it would work. It makes 0 sense.
As concepts go, it is pretty flimsy.
Indeed. Can you really imagine a world where ponies would be willing to pay money to simply procure a physical act of love?
That doesn't sound like it would be a very nice place to live at all.
I'm just glad it's over. It is over, right?
It's over. You guys are the best.
We're not hugging again, are we? 'Cause I feel like we've kind of done that to death today.
You know what? After hugging my way through all of Ponyville, I'm good.
And pretty beat too, I wager. Might have been a mistake calling on you so late, Pinkie, but we were worried. We couldn't bear the thought of you carrying on like that 1 minute longer than you had to.
But Applejack's right. Every pony needs their beauty sleep, and we should probably let you get some rest.
Good night, Pinkie. We'll see you tomorrow.
clouds set to soar. The Black Sheep Company's sudden strike action affects the supply of sheep's wool in Equestria. Oh! That makes much more sense, Gummy. You're right! I should go find all my friends and give them the good news, along with some celebration hugs. Or maybe I should tell my friends about the price of rugs and then freak out and try to buy every pony in town a cheap rug. La 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 la. Oh, I wonder who do 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 do.
Who raised the price of hugs?
Tell me, oh, who raised the price of hugs? I've got to know the answer. Was it Princess Celestia?
Oh, I wonder who do 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 do. Who raised the price of hugs? Pinkie Pie is a hugger. She'll hug you with all her heart. And if she has to pay for 'em, she brought a little money go and didn't fall apart. But Pinkie Pie saw reason in the arms of friends. The headline was just a misprint. Selling hugs just doesn't make sense. I wonder who raised the price of rugs.
Fuck, shit, tits, cock, wanker, motherfucker, cunt, asshole, fuck. Is that enough? Yeah, probably. If you're still here, well, thanks for watching, and go watch this video on PonyTube. It doesn't have this bullshit in it. It uses the full, proper My Little Pony intro sequence, because, copyright. And there's a link to download it in full 4K.